asking for a sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
It is one, yes, Your Honor.
All right. We're off the record.
It's July 27th, 2023. The courtroom buzzes as Arturo Coronado, wearing an orange jail jumpsuit, takes the stand in his daughter's trial. Coronado, Taylor Schabusiness' father, has come to testify on her behalf. He knows the jury's decision will decide her fate.
Mr. Coronado, good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, how old are you?
51,
What is your date of birth?
5/24/72.
Are you currently married, sir?
I am not.
You are living in Green Bay, correct?
Yeah, you know that, Chris.
Okay. And your daughter is Taylor Denise Schabusiness, is that fair?
She is.
Who is her mother?
Marla.
Okay. And you were married to Marla for a while?
Coronado recounts Taylor's broken childhood. She was just 11, he says, when Taylor lost her mother, an event no child should face. He adds that just last year, Taylor's only brother, 22-year-old AJ, died in a motorcycle crash. These losses shattered the family. Taylor had become a young mother herself. Her toddler son is now being raised by relatives in Texas. Coronado's own life was unstable too. He remarried and divorced amid scandal. In short, Taylor grew up surrounded by trauma. By her late teens, Taylor's behavior was troubling. Coronado says he even drove her to a psychiatric hospital when he feared she might hurt herself. She was just not in the right state of mind, he tells the judge on the stand. Doctors prescribed medications, but Taylor hated them. She was prescribed medicine there, but never liked taking pills. They only messed her up more, Coronado says of her treatment.
JREP,
And why did he pass away? What happened?
July 1st, last year. Motorcycle accident.
When you were living in Illinois with your daughter, Taylor Schabusiness, was she ever brought to a hospital at all?
No.
Okay. Did she ever receive any mental health treatment when you lived in Illinois?
No.
Did something happen to Taylor's mother at some point?
She passed away.
Okay.
She passed away May 20th, 2009. In her sleep.
Okay. Did that take a toll on your daughter, Taylor?
Well, of course.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit,
Took a
sir?
toll on my son as well and me.
Okay. It took a toll on everybody, correct?
You know, Marla was ill, so just, I guess, they kind of knew what was going on, but it was unexpected. We watched the movie the night before and fell asleep, and I woke up and my wife was already cold, already passed.
You found her?
She was laying next to me.
His answer is simple but heartbreaking. Coronado's eyes fill with tears. The defense presses on. Coronado then blames Taylor's husband, Warren Schabusiness, a convicted meth dealer. He testifies that Taylor stayed clean while Warren was in prison, but when Warren was released, she began using again under his influence.
Yeah, right prior to.
Yeah, and
She was doing really well there too, until her boyfriend/husband got out of jail. That turned everything upside down.
yeah, in part because of the methamphetamine use, right?
Yep.
So Taylor was doing pretty well, and then she started using the drugs.
Yeah.
No further questions.
Pretty bad drug too.
Anything on that, Mr. Freilich?
What was the drug?
No, meth, heroin, whatever else. I don't know.
The jury hears how Warren's return triggered Taylor's relapse. Coronado insists Taylor's psychotic episodes were drug-fueled. His face reddens as he speaks of Warren in disgust. He was a fucking loser. She didn't do any of those drugs before him, he spits out, captured by courtroom cameras even though it isn't in the official transcript. The defense argues Taylor's long history of mental illness, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, trauma from losing her mother, destroyed her ability to tell right from wrong. Coronado points to Taylor's erratic school years, her suicide attempts, and her hallucinations as proof she was gravely ill, not just criminal. He pleads with the jury to see Taylor not as a monster, but as a wounded person who lost control. By February 2022, Taylor's demons had fully taken hold. She called a friend, 24-year-old Shad Thyrian, over to her house. They used meth together. Coronado later learned that night from police reports and the news, Shad had been brutally attacked. Courtroom evidence showed that Shad was strangled with a chain while both were high on meth. In the trial, the state introduced Taylor's own confessions. She admitted to the killing and to dismembering Shad's body. The crime scene was grisly, limbs hidden in tubs, a scene of disarray. Even hardened detectives were shaken by the violence. Taylor refused to testify, but her reactions said enough. She broke down in tears as photos of the crime scene were shown. Shad's family, devastated, sat in court as jurors saw the evidence of his murder and desecration. In July 2023, the guilt phase concluded. The jury needed less than an hour to convict Taylor Schabusiness on all counts: first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. The defense's insanity claim was now settled in the penalty phase. Coronado was their only witness left. Coronado pours out his heart. "I did everything I could," he says, tears threatening. "I got her help, time and time again." He fights to steady his voice. "She's my daughter. I love her." He again glances at Taylor. She signs back, "I love you, Dad." The jurors whisper. Hours later, they hand their verdict to the clerk. The courtroom erupts in sobs. Defense attorneys weep on each other's shoulders. In one quick stroke, decades of testimony dissolve. The jury has rejected the insanity plea. On September 26, 2023, Taylor Schabusiness is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The victim's family quietly thanks the judge for delivering justice. Taylor's father, himself about to be sentenced for unrelated charges, leaves the courtroom a broken man. Behind these bars, Taylor will spend the rest of her life. No more pain pills to mess her up, no more hallucinations on the streets, only prison time. Arturo Coronado's testimony painted a portrait of a damaged young woman thrown into darkness by drugs and abuse. The jury, however, saw only a woman who acted of her own free will. In the quiet aftermath, Coronado sits alone with his grief. He told the world he loved his daughter. Now Taylor must live with the consequences that day. Her father's final words to the jury were a plea for understanding, but the verdict is final. The House of Horrors is silent once more, and Taylor Schabusiness will never walk free again.